My wife kicked me out saying, "You are useless." After inheriting $33 million after death of my father-in-law, her face went pale when my lawyer presented her the clause of will. The disrespect was delivered in the foyer. 3 days after my father-in-law's funeral, my wife Clarissa had my belongings in garbage bags by the door. Richard Hayes had left her his entire estate, a $15 million mansion and $33 million in assets. She didn't look up from her phone. "Find somewhere else to live or die. I don't care. You're useless now." She tossed me my car keys. I drove to the Sunset Motel, $49 a night. I sat on the stained bedspread. Richard Hayes was a meticulous man. He color-coded his sock drawer. He built an empire from scratch. He watched his daughter, Clarissa, struggle with basic finances for years. He also spent his last months in a hospice bed. Clarissa visited twice. I was there daily, feeding him soup, listening to his stories. 6 months before he died, during a war movie, he turned to me. "You're a good man, Darren. Better than this family deserves." I called his lawyer, Charles Whitmore. He was shocked. "Darren, your wife said you'd moved out of state and wanted no contact." I was in his mahogany office by 7 a.m. the next morning. He slid a document across the desk. The real will. Clause 4B was specific. "The bequest to my daughter, Clarissa, is conditional upon her treatment of her husband, Darren Morrison, following my death. Should she fail to treat him with respect and dignity, her inheritance shall be revoked and transferred to Mr. Morrison." Charles smiled. "By having you removed from the marital home, she triggered the revocation. The estate defaults to you." By 3 p.m. that afternoon, the paperwork was filed. All accounts were frozen. All assets were retitled. I drove back to the mansion. Clarissa was on the porch, screaming into her phone. "What do you mean my cards are declined? I have millions." I parked. I stepped out, jingling a new set of keys. She turned. "Darren, what are you doing here?" "Coming home," I said. I handed her the will. She read it. Her face lost all color. She reached the conditional clause. Her hands began to shake. I took the document back. "Your things will be on the porch in 1 hour. The locksmith is already here." I walked past her into the house. Richard's portrait watched from the hallway. I gave it a single nod.